What's up guys, I hope you're having a good day out there today. I'm in the process of working on my Dawn 1 video for my new series, Graffiti Legends. Now, I've gotten a lot of really great feedback from you guys and some constructive criticism as well, which I do take to heart. Thank you very much. But overall, I think you guys are very positive about it, and I really appreciate the input and suggestions coming from you guys. I think this will give us a lot of opportunity to be very creative and try a bunch of different stuff like we're doing right here. Now, for those of you who don't know, Dawn 1 is a legendary subway painter, the original King of Queens. Not to be confused with the TV show, the original King of Queens. Anyway, so I'm working on some Dawn 1 sketches right now. This one looks a little bit too modern, so I think I'm gonna have to kind of break it down a little bit because we're always in this mode where we're trying to like make the letters perfect thickness and proportional and stuff. But when you go back and look at some of that old school graffiti, you know, they were still just trying to figure things out, and you could see the roots of everything we do today. I bet some of you guys probably recognize that character from the Subway art book. So I'm going to be kind of studying this book for a while, looking at some of the different styles and just kind of absorbing the vibe of, look at him right there. Oh, that's so sick. He's got the chucks on and everything. Man, look at these black books. They're so cool. So be prepared. It's going to be a lot of work. Probably the hardest I'll ever work on a 5 to 10 minute video. So hope to see you guys soon. Anyways, we got a great video on deck today that I'm very happy to bring to you guys. We're going to take a look at some of these mini markers by OTR and Molotow. Now, the OTR SOULTIP 006 and 007 are very popular markers. They feature a 7mm, well, according to OTR, it's a 6mm, but we sell replacement nibs and we call them 7, so I don't know. There's no standardization, guys. And they're very popular, and I don't think we've ever done a review on them, so I figured, why not? Let's check them out and see what they do. Now, I went looking around the shelves to look for a similar Molotow marker, and I found this Molotow DS-S steel ball marker. The steel head, which a lot of people are very into. Separate video, by the way, we'll deal with that later. It is compatible with the replacement 7 or 6mm nib. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put one of these in this Molotow marker, and we're gonna try it out compared to the OTR marker and see how they stack up against each other. Should be interesting. Let's get started. I'm going to be using some Dr. Guts ink, and I just happen to have this bottle of pink SOULTIP paint, so I figure we might as well mix them up. It's kind of like a weird color combo. I just want to see if it works. You know, I'm sure some of the more hardcore tagger types are, ooh, just use black. I like to have fun, guys. I like to have fun. So let's mix some weird colors up. I think my spout is clogged. Hold on one second. It looks like it's a little clogged. Okay. Let's try that again. All right, thankfully we got this nice big entrance here, so we'll just go ahead and pour some silver in there. And why don't we do a 50-50 mix of the metallic silver and the pink. And this one, we'll see what it looks like here. That Pepto-Bismol pink. Let's see if it curdles up. Whoa, 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 easy, Buster. It's not a GR video if I don't make a mess, right? Keep getting photos sent to me of destroyed couches, destroyed desks, laptops with paint splatters all over them. And I keep trying to tell kids, I'm like, graffiti is messy, homie. Don't be doing this on your mom's couch. But they never listen. They never listen. Anyways, let's go ahead and fill up the OTR mop. So this has a much smaller filling hole. So we're gonna have to use this the cap from a spray can that I just kind of bent the tip, and I'm making a little spout out of here. Let's go ahead and pour some in there. So we'll fill it up with some Dr. Guts like that. There we go. Now this looks like a little less than half full, which is fine with me. Let's see what we make out of this. I have a feeling that the silver will probably just kind of take over the pink. I think that's what's going to happen. But I just wanted to see if they would mix. I figure if I break it before you buy it, you'll know. All right, so let's go ahead and put the nib on it, and let's get some nib action going. Careful there. I guess it's a very soft mop. Don't put too much pressure on it. But it's fine. There you go. Very malleable. All right, guys, as you can see right off the bat, there's something different between these two markers. One, you have the OTR SOULTIP 006 with the stock nib, and you have the Molotow dripstick with the ArtPrimo replacement nib. At first, I thought the inks weren't mixing, like you weren't getting a really good combination, but you can see I'm getting some nib drag, and I think it's because of the nib on that marker, because as you can see on the Molotow marker, you're getting really nice flow and really, really nice opacity. And as I thought, the silver took over the pink, but it does have a really nice hue of pink to it, which is interesting. I think next time we'll do a different ratio so we get a little bit more color in it. But as you can see, the inks do mix, but there's something going on with that stock nib. Now, a lot of people really like this marker, so it could be a fluke. I might just have a bum nib. It's hard to say. I don't want to judge the marker too harshly on that because I know a lot of people love this marker. But there might be a difference in the quality of the nib between these two. Maybe the ArtPrimo one passes the ink through a little bit better. Not to toot our own horns. Like I said, it could be a fluke, but we might want to look at that in future videos. I will say this, no matter what mop you buy, make sure you buy extra nibs anyways, because you're going to need them. You're probably going to tear them on something. So even if you have the stock nib on this, chances are you're going to get really happy tagging on something and you're going to rip the nib anyways. So get a 5-pack, they're cheap, and you'll be replacing it with one of the ArtPrimo ones, and I think you'll be really happy. Anyways, let's go tag on the board. First, I want to do Dawn 1 just to kind of give some respect to the old school legend and just to see how it looks. Yeah, you know, I think there is a little bit of a compatibility issue here because it does look a little bit on the streaky side right out the bat. So maybe I need to add a little bit more SOULTIP paint to it. Let me do another Dawn 1 tag. Yeah, it's a little bit too streaky for me. Okay, good to know. It doesn't look quite as streaky anymore. You guys notice that now that the silver's kind of taken back what used to be there? This will work really cool on a canvas actually. But I think we need to get the ratio just a little bit more right. This is something we used to do back in the day if you had a nib that just wasn't quite flowing pretty well. And this particular mix, I don't know if the ratio's off or if they don't quite work together quite well. So I wanted to go ahead and do that. Another thing you can do is take the valve out of your mop, but that can get really messy. So let's just try doing the little poked holes in the nib and just see if it helps out. Oh yeah, that's much better. Now it's flowing. Oh yeah, much better. There you go. Couple little holes in the nib and you're good to go. Oh, now we're back to this again. It's almost like there's a little bit of a pigment clog going on in here. So I'm gonna say probably that the OTR ink doesn't mix well, at least this pink doesn't mix well with the Dr. Guts paint. So why don't we do this? I'm gonna dump this out, we're gonna fill it with something else, and we'll come back to you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get this flow pen ink in here. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm doing about 75% SOULTIP paint and about 25% flow pen ink. Just to give it a little bit more flow and a little bit more color. Now this should mix, because I have mixed flow pen ink with SOULTIP paint before, and I've had really great results. So this shouldn't be an issue. We shall see. We shall see. There we go. Remember kids, graffiti is messy. It is a messy hobby. But it's a lot of fun when you're young. Go tagging on stuff. All right guys, so we got them filled up and it looks like a really interesting, almost a metallic red. I think there's some residue from the silver in there. Should be interesting. Let's see what it's like. So we got a new mixture in this with the same nib as before, and let's see how it writes. Oh man, perfect. That flow pen ink just gives the SOULTIP paint so much more flow. So much more flow, and the red will actually help it stain quite a bit. Now the dyes do fade. Keep in mind the dyes do fade, but if you're like an inside bomber or you're not hitting something in direct sunlight, you're good to go. And stuff gets buffed so quickly these days, you want to add a little bit of stainer to your mix. That definitely helps it go. Let's see, let's write Go-Gurt. But you know, I just like to see the colors. I think it makes for a better video. Shout out to Go-Gurt. Oh, I wrote Go-Gut. Okay, that's fine. We can write Go-Gut too. I'm so funny. Let's hit up Rebel, another old school writer. Oh man, that looks really good. Let's hit up Lee. All right, guys, let's go ahead and hit up MRSA. And this is with the Molotow marker. And then K9 206. K9 206. Let's see. Let's hit up Rake. Let's hit up Dane. Beautiful. And of course, Moi. GR. Oh man, I gotta watch my shoes. Guys, I'm vomiting my Crispies right now. Breaking my own rules. Nice. Let's go to the closeout. All right, guys, there you go. The OTR 006 and the Molotow DS-2 steel ball with the 006 type 7mm nib compared to each other. Now, which one do I like more? Well, it's a really tough one because the Molotow definitely holds quite a bit more ink than the OTR. In fact, I would say probably double the amount of ink. So if you want to get more mileage out of your marker, the Molotow would be a better choice. Also, if you get it, you get the steel ball nib as well as the alternative drip stick type nib. So you can give a little bit more variety of your use out of the Molotow marker. Of course, you could buy a roller ball for the OTR, and there are OTR markers that have the roller balls available as well too. So it's really up to you what you want to do. If you want something a little bit more compact, I definitely go with the OTR, and you know what? It's not a bad choice. I will say this, from what I'm seeing, the stock nib isn't as good as the ArtPrimo nib on the OTR, but you're probably gonna need to get nibs anyways. So go with the flow, homie, go with the flow. As far as the ink goes, SOULTIP mixed with flow pen ink is a great option for you guys. You can mix any flavor of SOULTIP with any flavor of flow pen. So if you wanna do like purple and red, green and yellow, whatever, you can mix them all together. Shouldn't have any issues. Dr. Guts with the SOULTIP paint. Looks like there's some compatibility issues. My guess would be the resins in the paint formulas don't mix, because I think the pigments would probably mix together fine. Both of these will serve you well, but if I were to have to pick one, I'd probably go with the Molotow myself, just because I like a little bit more ink and I tend to be rather squeeze heavy. But get what you like, you know, whatever works for you. We also have these little 007 SOULTIPs as well. And I gotta say, if you want something really compact, I mean, look at this thing. It's like half a Copic high. It's like half a Copic high, which is really, really small. It's literally the size of lip balm. So if you get busted with this, you can just be like, oh, it's just my lip balm. While you paint your lips cherry red with your marker. I mean, if I was a cop, I'd probably let you do that. Just like, okay, yeah, is that your lip balm? Okay, I'll let you go. You walk away looking like Joker. Anyways, I gotta go, guys. I gotta get finished with this Dawn 1 video, which I'm really excited to finish. And if you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, just be sure to comment below. Remember, this is ArtPrimo.com. Without your support to ArtPrimo, I couldn't make these fun videos for you guys to watch. So remember, please support ArtPrimo, and I will support you guys by giving you the knowledge of all these markers, all the fun mishaps, and the history of graffiti. And it's a reciprocal thing, a beautiful thing. So anyways, thank you very much for watching, guys. This is GR signing out. ArtPrimo.com, 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 your #1 source for all things graffiti. Thank you very much. Peace.